Have you ever felt completely lost, standing at a major crossroads in your life? Maybe with your career, a relationship, or just your general path, wishing someone would just hand you a map, a clear, easy-to-read map that says, "You are here, and this is the way to go." What if I told you that map actually exists? And what if I told you that the key to unlocking it, to reading it clearly, isn't something you have to go out and find? It's not a secret guru on a mountaintop or some expensive course. The key is already inside you. Today, we're going to dive deep into a profound secret, but it's a secret that's been hiding in plain sight. This isn't about following a strict set of rules or adopting a new dogma. Think of it more like a cheat sheet for life, a universal key that can unlock perfect clarity in any situation you face, big or small. It tests like having the best teacher in the world who doesn't just give you the answers to the test but shows you the fundamental mindset that makes every single answer feel obvious and intuitive. I had to learn this the hard way, and I mean the really hard way. For years, I operated under the assumption that I had to figure everything out on my own. I relied entirely on my own mind, my own intellect, what I thought of as my cleverness. I would analyze, strategize, and overthink every single decision. I'd create these intricate mental flowcharts for every possible outcome. And you know where that got me? It led to constant stress, anxiety, and a deep sense of confusion. I felt like I was running on a hamster wheel, putting in all this effort but getting absolutely nowhere. My mind was like a noisy, crowded room, and I couldn't hear myself think. The turning point for me was when I finally surrendered. I hit a wall, and I was just so tired of trying to control everything. It was then that I started asking for guidance, and I'm not talking about just for the big, life-altering decisions. I started small, incredibly small. I'd be driving and ask, should I take this street or that street to get home? Before sending an important email, I'd pause and silently ask, is this the right way to phrase this? I began to treat my life not as a series of problems to be solved by me, but as a collaborative dance with a source of wisdom far greater than my own limited perspective. And that's when everything started to change. It was subtle at first, but then it became undeniable. Things started to flow. Opportunities appeared out of nowhere. The right people would call at the right time. Solutions to problems that had plagued me for months would just pop into my head with crystal clarity. I started to have this incredible realization. My successes, the good things in my life, they weren't really coming from me. They were flowing through me. I wasn't the brilliant generator of these ideas and outcomes. I was more like a conduit, a channel for a source of intelligence and creativity that was always available. Think about the sun. The sun shines on everyone and everything, right? It doesn't pick and choose. It doesn't care if you're a good person or a bad person, whether you're rich or poor, or what you believe. It just shines. Its nature is to give warmth and light, unconditionally. That's what this inner guidance is like. It's a source of wisdom, love, and support that is constantly available to you, shining on you, no matter what. It doesn't judge you for your past mistakes. Its very nature is to guide and support. Now, this isn't just some nice, comforting thought to make you feel better. This is the absolute bedrock of all true guidance. Understanding this, truly internalizing it, is the first and most crucial step. It's what allows you to finally let go of the fear, the striving, and the desperate need to control every outcome. It allows you to release that white-knuckled grip on life and find a sense of real, lasting peace, knowing that you're not in this alone. You have an unwavering, infinitely wise partner on your side. But here's the million-dollar question. How do we go from knowing this intellectually to actually living this? How do we align ourselves with this flow of guidance so it becomes a practical, reliable tool in our everyday lives, not just a philosophical concept? How do we tune our personal radio receiver to this specific frequency of wisdom? It starts with quieting the noise. There's an ego mind. It's constantly chattering, judging, worrying, and planning. Its main job is to keep you safe, but it often does so by keeping you small and stuck in familiar patterns. The voice of inner guidance, on the other hand, is usually quiet. It's a gentle nudge, a gut feeling, a sudden insight that feels calm, clear, and simple. It doesn't scream for your attention. To hear it, You have to intentionally create moments of stillness. This doesn't mean you have to meditate for hours every day, although that can certainly help. It can be as simple as taking 3 deep breaths before you walk into a meeting. It can be turning off the radio in the car and just driving in silence. These small pockets of silence are where the whispers of guidance can finally be heard. The next step is to ask. You have to actively invite the guidance in. It respects your free will. It won't force its way into your life. So, make a habit of asking, what is the most loving thing I can do for myself right now? What is the next right step for me to take on this project? Show me the truth of this situation. You can say it out loud or just think it. The key is the sincerity of the request. You genuinely opening yourself up to an answer that might be different from what your logical mind would come up with. And this leads to the third, and perhaps most challenging step. Trust. You have to trust the answers you receive, especially when they don't make logical sense. Your guidance might tell you to call a friend you haven't spoken to in years, or to take a different route to work, or to say no to an opportunity that looks amazing on paper. Your rational mind will likely fight this. It will come up with 100 reasons why it's a silly or inefficient idea. This is where faith comes in. Not blind faith, but a faith built on experience. The more you follow these gentle nudges and see the positive outcomes, the easier it becomes to trust them. You start to build a track record with your inner wisdom. So, let's make this really practical. I want to give you a simple exercise to try, starting right now. For the rest of today, I just want you to notice things. That's it. Just notice. Notice how many small decisions you make throughout the day. What you choose to eat for your next meal. What you decide to say in a conversation. What you choose to watch on TV or online. Don't try to change anything. Don't judge your choices as good or bad. The goal here is not to change, but to simply become aware. Awareness is the soil in which all change grows. You can't tune into your guidance if you're not even aware that you're making choices. This simple act of observation begins to separate you from the autopilot programming of your mind. It creates a little space, and in that space, you can begin to consciously invite guidance. So, give it a try. Just be an impartial observer of your own life for the next few hours. And as you do this, I'd love for you to share your experience. In the comments below, tell me, what's one small decision you noticed yourself making today? It could be anything. Choosing coffee over tea, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, deciding to text to make my job my sovereign, or what others thought of me my sovereign, and I was always a slave to them, constantly stressed and trying to please everyone. There can only be one true sovereign, one ultimate source of authority. When we get this, everything else falls into place. Our prayers become incredibly focused. We learn to say, "It is you we turn to, and it is from you we ask for help." This is a declaration of freedom. It means we stop looking for our salvation in 100 different places and turn to the one true source of power. And what is the ultimate request we make? Guide us to the straight path. But here's the secret that changed everything for me. The text immediately teaches us to clarify that request. The path of those upon whom you have bestowed favor, not of those who are astray. Why? Because the universe is an impartial energy. It will help you on whichever path you choose. Your intention is the command. So, how do you know you've chosen the right one? The text gives us the ultimate sign, the unmistakable evidence. There will be no fear concerning them, nor will they grieve. This is your built-in compass. Fear is always about the future. Grief is always about the past. True guidance places you in a state of profound peace right now. Your emotional state is the feedback. If a choice fills you with anxiety, that's your compass telling you, wrong way. If it fills you with a deep, inner calm, you are being guided. Here's how you can start using this today. Next time you face a choice, big or small, just pause for 3 seconds. Take one deep breath and ask your body, which option feels lighter? Which one brings more calm? Trust that feeling. It's your compass speaking. But what happens when life is anything but calm? What do we do when a storm hits? We will all be tested. With fear, with loss, with setbacks. This is a non-negotiable part of being human. It's what forges our desires and fuels our growth. I faced this myself When I experienced a profound loss, my mind screamed in protest. But this teaching allowed me to find a flicker of peace, even in the darkest storm. It teaches that the truly guided are not those who avoid hardship. They are those who respond to it with a profound sense of perspective. When disaster strikes them, they don't collapse in despair. Instead of asking, "Why me?" they remind themselves of a deeper truth. They say, "Indeed, we belong to God, and indeed to Him we will return." This isn't a statement of defeat. It's the ultimate statement of freedom. It's recognizing that we are more than our temporary problems, more than our temporary, but we come from an eternal source of peace, and to that peace we will return. Holding on to this truth keeps your inner compass steady, even when the world outside is chaotic. And what is the reward for cultivating this mindset? The text says, "Those are the ones upon whom are blessings from their Lord and mercy." And it is those who are the rightly guided. They are the ones God pays special attention to. They are the ones who receive His mercy directly. They are the ones who are truly, profoundly guided. So the final step is this: to see every challenge not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to prove your faith and deepen your connection. Now I want you to think of a past challenge that felt overwhelming at the time. Can you see now how it helped you grow? Share your story of resilience below. Your experience could be the guidance someone else needs to hear today.